Welcome to Varsity. I'm Scott Wright of the Oklahoman. This is our Super 5 special. Boys Basketball Coach of the Year, Lenny Bert from Putnam City West joins us now. Super 5 Coach of the Year, Big All-City Coach of the Year, state champion more importantly, Class 6A. What was that experience like? You guys were kind of ranked number 4 most of the year, a lot of the year, coming into the state tournament especially. A lot of talk about the 3 teams at the top above you, and on the last day you guys are the ones standing. What was that week like?
Well, that week, I mean, it was more of just getting ready for that moment of whoever we played. We knew it was going to be someone that we hadn't faced, and we just had to be prepared for that whoever we faced, and we were looking forward to it because, you know, a lot of it wasn't like felt like we're disrespected or anything. It was more like, okay, let's take the opportunity of whenever we face one of those teams that's in the other conference, which we were talking about how much talent the city had. You know, it wasn't about the state; it was more about the city, and the fact that we haven't played so many teams, it was almost, you know, looking forward to the opportunity to showcase what we could do too.
You had a lot of guys on your team step up with big performances at crucial times. I mean, we can just name the whole roster and just about find somebody that really contributed. But one of the things that I found unique about this team was you had so many guys who have been a part of this program, part of the feeder system that fed into your school. How special was that for you to see all of those guys coming together?
That was the most, you know, we talked about that in summer league and summer camps last year of how tight this group was. You know, we wasn't as talented per se on the paper, but we look up on the 13-man roster, we have 9 of them that went to, you know, Western Oaks Middle School, which is our feeder school a mile up the street, which is, you know, you don't hear about that. Now you hear about, you know, a lot of guys moving schools and you know, going to better programs, what benefits them. And I think we use that as having it as a chip on our shoulder that we're going to prove that we can play team ball. People talk about it, but we play team ball. But with that said, you know, at the same time, we had one of the most dominant point guards in Marquise Johnson. You know, he's quiet and he's small of stature, but he was one of the top guys, you know, for the last 2 or 3 years. And I think he took most of the bulk. I mean, he led us the whole year strong. And then, you know, when it was time for other people to show up, they did at the big moments, you know, with Nick Robinson, so much experience. Isaac Liggins, I mean, he was a mismatch for a lot of people. And once again, an overlooked kid, you know, 6'4", 240, but he's a matchup problem, you know, you know, and then, you know, some of the younger guys, Jaren Jackson, you know, Chris Potts, you know. It's funny when you start listening, like you said, and just different people stepping up at the right times. And we were so relaxed this year, which opposed to other years, we felt like a little bit of pressure, probably because we were at the top.
You mentioned Isaac graduates, Marquise, who was your floor general and did so many things for you, moving on and getting some Division I looks, I know, right now. But you have a lot of guys who contributed to this team coming back. What does next year look like for the Patriots?
Looks promising. I mean, I think we're going to be probably one of the top teams once again, as we've been probably the last 3 or 4 years. Different roles. I think Jaren Jackson was going to be one of the top scoring guards in the state, or the city at least. Nick Robinson is going to take on a huge role. I mean, even with the football being, you know, most of his future probably lands in that. Chris Potts, I mean, how can you not generate so much momentum from what he did in the tournament? And we have so many freshmen, upcoming freshmen, and just a big junior class. You know, Peyton Bradley, he's more of a role player, but he's one of the strongest guards that may be at his size. And I think once again, just in adversity times, I think we'll show up because they're so tight. They're almost like brothers, some of them. They talk about it and it comes to fruition. But look forward to the opportunity. We're going to enjoy this one, and we'll worry about that once we get there, because I'm sure someone else will step up.
All right. Well, when you do get there, good luck, Coach.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us. Keep it on newsok.com/varsity for all of your Super 5 updates.